Hi, my name is Brooke Jolly. I'm with Life Planning Tennessee in Cookeville, Tennessee. What I'm going to be doing today is showing you how to use the Medicare.gov website in order to pull up a drug comparison and look up your own medications to see what Part D plans are available in your area and which ones you would like to use. So first, we want to go to the Medicare.gov website, go down to the Resource Locator tab, go to Drug and Health Plans, click that button. It's going to bring you up to a page to enter your zip code, and we're going to use mine for this, 38501. I am in Putnam County, so that will bring up the next page where it has to select your current coverage. I always just click I don't know on here. If you want to see how the drug cover or the health coverage compares with your current plan, you can pick your current plan. It'll kind of give you a little bit of an idea of what your health coverage differences would be with different plans, but I don't personally use that portion of this site. This next part asks you if you get help from Medicaid or Medicare Extra Help or anything else with help on your drugs. The easy way to know that is if you're actually paying $2 to $2.50 for your generics and $6.30 for your name brands, probably qualify for Extra Help or Medicaid. You'd want to click those, and it'll bring up a little box to ask you what benefits you're actually getting. For purposes of this, we're going to look at it with no subsidy, so we see the actual plan benefits. But it makes a drastic difference, so if you do, you want to pick those. Here we get to the part where you enter your drugs. There's several different ways you can find them. I like to just type them in, but I'm going to use some very standard drugs. Well, if you type it too slow, it'll bring up a little drop down for you. So for purposes of this, I'm going to use lisinopril, which is a very, very common blood pressure medication. Lets you pick which kind of lisinopril you use. We're just going to use the generic 20 milligrams. Say we're taking 30 of them every month. Add your drug and dosage. Next, go down. I'm going to use simvastatin, which is the generic for Zocor, which is another very common medication. Say 40 milligrams of that. Unless, just for purposes of this, I'm going to use the drug alprazolam, which is the generic for Xanax, L-P-R-A-Z-O-L-A-M. And let's say that you use 30 of those a month rather than 90. Now, this orange button here that says My Drug List and if you make a mistake here, you can remove, you can change the dosage, you can go back. If you can't spell the name, you can click on the first letter and try to look it up. There's lots of things you can use to help you there. I'm going to click the drug list being complete. If you have a specific pharmacy, that's the only pharmacy that you go to, make sure that you pick it here. Reason being, some drug plans are not accepted at all pharmacies, and you want to, unless you're willing to change pharmacies, make sure that your pharmacy is going to accept the drug coverage. Right now, we're just going to go to continue to plan results. On the next page, it's going to have some different checkboxes. Here we can pick prescription drug plans, plans with drug coverage. This is health plans with drug coverage or without. Those are Medicare Advantage plans. For this, we're just looking at drug plans, so I'm going to deselect those. Then hit this big orange continue to plan results button. What that's going to do is bring up the listing of the plans sorted from least expensive by combination of the cost of the premium, the cost of the drug copays itself, with it factored for you having to pay the deductible if the plan has a deductible. So here you can see this left-hand column is the column I'm talking about now, is the estimated annual drug cost. This number is this number times 12 plus the cost of your drug copays plus knowing that you have to meet the deductible at the beginning of the year. With this plan right here, you can see this plan is showing the least expensive for the next year. What I like to do when I'm doing a comparison for someone else is I will take the least expensive with a deductible, the least expensive with a zero deductible, and then if there's some that I know that have specific special options, like maybe there's a plan that has a free mail order system or something like that, I will pull that up as well. For this, we're just going to pull up the least expensive with and without a deductible. Click the Compare Plans button. What that's going to do is bring you to a page that shows those plans side by side. It's also going to show their telephone numbers, the name of the plan, the plan's web page, so that you can visit there and look up more information about that. It's going to have links to summaries of benefits, to more information about the plans. This page is just absolutely has a flood of information. If you scroll down, you'll see here where it's got estimated annual drug cost. This shows if you enrolled in January, that's what it would cost for the full year. If it's a different time of year, the plans with a zero deductible a lot of times become a lot more favorable because near the last 3 months of the year, not having a deductible makes a great difference. Here it's going to show what it's going to cost you per month exactly, based on what you're currently taking. You know, that can change through the year if your drug plan does, or if your drug prescriptions actually change. This is more of a prediction of cost based on what you currently are taking. This shows if you want to see the pharmacies that are in network in your zip, you click it, it'll bring up all the pharmacies that this drug plan is acceptable at. My favorite place to go for more information is to click this comparison report here where it says print comparison report. It's going to bring up a very nice printable summary that shows where you are, what drugs you were what drugs you were taking when you did this, what plans you were looking at for the comparison, their telephone numbers, the numbers that you call if you want to enroll, the plan's websites. It shows what tier the drugs are in, whether or not there are limitations like quantity exceptions, step therapy, or anything else on that specific drug. And it tells what the exception is. So this one right here, like for simvastatin, they have a quantity limitation. So you would want to find out what that limitation is in the case that might be something that would affect you. Here it shows the fixed cost, the cost for annual enrollment. If you scroll down, it'll show the cost of the drugs in each part of the year. And then a little farther down, it's going to show the cost at mail order pharmacy, which if you want to see what it would cost you if you mail ordered what you would actually save, you can pull it up right there and it will show you what your cost that way would be. So there you have it. That's pretty well the fast and dirty way to go through and see what your medications are going to cost you for the next year. If you have any question, please visit my website anytime and feel free to send me an email or give me a call. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. My number is here. I'm a licensed agent in Tennessee. I'm not licensed in other states, but if you have general questions about how to use the Medicare.gov website, I'd be happy to answer them. But there you have it. Any questions, feel free to give me a call or email.